Okay, so first thing is, well, I've already unscrewed it, but this thing just kind of wiggles off. You'll notice that it's an 84. There are these little notches right there. Slide onto these things right here. Those are the down vents from the heat. This thing just, at least on mine again, goes in with 4 screws. Pretty straightforward. And this is what it looks like. So we got park, long way to reverse, and then neutral, drive 2-1. And we're way down here. So let's go. Oh, right, you're going to have to shift into some, second or first or whatever, low gear. So anyway, oh, that's fun. Thanks. Appreciate that. Let me try not to short that. Oh, right. That's the wire for the light. Put it all the way back in park. Anyway, this is the before. See this little button, of course. Just picks that up. You can slide it forward, that's park. Whoops. That's reverse. That little tiny thing right there. And then reverse can slip without pushing the button into neutral. And then neutral can slip without pushing the button into drive, to second, to first, and so forth. But in neutral you cannot go to reverse for whatever reason. I guess it's a safety thing. Anyway, I'm going to cut some grooves to make it so that you can't do anything without meaning to do it. Here we go. A set screw to take, I don't know, it's probably not going to be able to focus. There's a set screw with a little hex head, there it is, in the side of that guy in order to take him off. And actually, that may be questionable. So that was surprisingly easy, and this mechanism is amazingly simple. It's just an angle like this. It's an angle, so it just moves over like this, and it just pushes this button as it moves over. Boop, it just pushes it and then pushes it down. Wow, that's pretty incredible. So anyway, oh, and the set screw goes in this little, in that little hole right there. And the set screw is kind of pointed. It's something metric. I used something, whatever, British, and it worked, but it's probably something metric, small Allen. I had to take this wire off this guy right here in order to lift the thing off. And if you're going to be, well, if you're like me, in a driveway, you're not on level ground, and you're working in this area, you might want to chalk your wheels just in case you hit this and knock it down. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. I'm hoping to recenter this and check out the contacts there, the swiper, because sometimes it doesn't want to start in park, so I have to move it to neutral in order to start it because the kill thing is there. And I'm going to make it so that, so I have a dog, and I'm always afraid that, specifically, I think the worst would be to go from park to reverse, from reverse to park. If we're going backwards and he hits it, and you don't have to actually depress the button to go from reverse to park, you can just force it forward, and it doesn't take much force. So I'm really concerned, I've always been concerned, that specifically, I think that would be the worst transition. And also, same thing with drive to neutral, it will just slip. So if you're going down the freeway, and he knocks it, and a little dog knocks it from drive to neutral, that'd be bad. I think reverse to park would be worse. So I'm going to cut these grooves out. Here's how I masked it off with some duct tape to try to prevent a bunch of crap going down in there. I'm going to use my Dremel. Okay, so now I got my marks. And the thing is, you can always kind of feel where it wants to be. And then, I think we, and there's also a ton of play in here. This drive, that's 2, and that's 1 all the way down there. Anyway, so you can see there's a ton of play, and I think we'll be able to adjust as we go along also, but I tried to get it really close. Here are my results. I'm pretty happy about it. Come on. I tried to feel where the resistance was on either side, get it lined up real closely, and there's no way that's coming out of gear. There's reverse, there's neutral. Again, I tried to and there's drive, and there's no way it's coming out. So I feel like that's pretty much splitting the difference between where I'm feeling resistance pretty clearly in the sweet spot of where drive is. Okay, now let's talk about the swiper. Swiper is, so there's these contacts, obviously they're making contact at the bottom and the top. This little guy right here, let's pull this all the way down. There's my little metal swiper. It's just a piece of brass on a spring, and it's real clear what it does. Just connects those pieces of metal. I'm gonna have to take these 2 wires out, and then you can see that's kind of a I don't know what you call it. It's a I mean it's an oval, so you can adjust it. It's like an adjustable kind of fitting. Swiper's still, actually, it's getting pretty old. It's getting worn through at the top. Should probably get another one. Yeah, but for now, so my problem is I'm pretty clear that connection right there is just a little not great. So I'm going to move this whole block right here forward, I don't know, 1/16 of an inch or something like that. I've done this before. It works fine.
So something that I wanted to say is that if you're doing this, you'll probably be tempted to move that block closer to the swiper, but don't do it, because that swiper it'll make it harder to shift gears, but more importantly, it'll rub that swiper down. And you can see there's actually a little tiny crack in the top of mine, so it's going to have to be removed or replaced, or maybe covered in solder or something like that as a quick fix pretty soon. So it's definitely a lot harder on there if you make that contact tight. So don't do that.